Welcome everybody to Get Sports Focus. We are in week number week four. Kind of an interesting week so far because it's week 4.
It's already
week 4 for us. Week 3 for the CCS teams. We got 8 games to predict. This is just prediction for this GSF weekly. I got Coach Andrew on his way to his gym, so we're gonna try to knock this out in about 10-15 minutes.
Get Sports Focus is brought to you by Summit Partners, leaders in growth equity investing. Ike's Lovin' Sandwiches, championship level sandwiches every single time. Nachos and tacos your way, the official caterer of GSF special events. Exios, the official training facility of Get Sports Focus. Gains and Shreds Meal Prep, making eating healthy easy. And by South Bay Construction, a reputation built on trust.
What's going on, Coach? How are you?
Bay Area driving sucks.
Oh man, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I go down there every day towards that direction. It's always traffic. That Tully 101.
Yeah,
There's always something going on.
It's starting early. It's starting earlier too. Like it's 1 o'clock, and
oh no, it's it's all day. It's all day. Because I go to Evergreen, I have to go to Evergreen College, like different times of the week during the week,
Right.
and there's always traffic, some kind of traffic. Sometimes it's once in a while it's loose, but there's always slow traffic. So it's kind of like one of those things. You're just gonna have to put up with it, I guess. So, but anyways,
I am.
yeah. Last week, little bit of a recap from last week. Do you have anything?
Not yet. I still think it's too early to like count certain teams out. I think that's where it's like that. What is it? There's like that too early prediction thing that like they say like in pro sports like honestly like only like 2 games have been played. Like it's not that dictate the rest of your season and all of that. But what we know about like how high school football is that your off season kind of makes what happens at the end because of how crucial and depending on who you're playing, that makes a difference later on. So, we saw like it's been very lopsided. Like scoreboards have been really lopsided lately, like especially last week. A lot of lopsided games. It's there were some close games, but like, I mean, I wouldn't even consider some of those close because if you're down two scores, like it's not close. Like
Exactly.
It's not close. But a lot of the games last week were like just lopsided, and I was like, wow, either teams are getting better or teams are rebuilding. I don't say teams get worse, you're rebuilding.
Yeah. No, I agree. There are some games that the results didn't make sense, but we're gonna have a tally after this weekend. We're gonna have a tally of how many points you got and how many points I got and all that stuff. So it'll be fun. But yeah, so I checked out St. Francis, McClymonds. I was surprised by how that game went because I picked McClymonds. Yeah, I did. I picked Mac. I thought they could beat St. Francis, but I didn't think St. Francis was actually going to lose that game. But it came down to the last minute and a half, and the defense for McClymonds just stepped it up. And then for Serra, it wasn't as bad as you might think with the score being a 26-0. Serra did, I mean, they lost it in the fourth when De La Salle just smacked them, and they flexed on the Padres. It's like, hey, we're De La Salle, and that's how they lost.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with this: Serra versus Bosco. I'm gonna go down there tomorrow to cover this game. I have never been to Bosco. I've never been to a game at Bosco, so I took this opportunity to go on a little trip. Very, very short trip. I'm just going there for the game to cover the Padres against the Braves. This is going to be tough because the way Serra played last week and the week before, I don't know. I think this could be a win for the Padres if they maybe score a touchdown against Bosco, because they haven't scored against Bosco at all. But no. They scored last year. Check that. No, they did score last year, but Bosco's number 1 in the country, number 2, right? I think they're
so,
number
yeah.
1. Yeah.
Are
So
they?
this is a tough road trip. If everybody walks out of there healthy, I think that's a big win. Madden Williams is the real deal. I forgot the quarterback's name, but he's a sophomore now. They have some dudes on Bosco. Obviously, they're the top team in the country. So prediction wise, if I want to be right, I'll pick Bosco, and I need to be right because I want the points. But I think the
Yeah.
Padres will give them. They're going to give them a good fight, and this is a great stepping stone for the rest of the year for Serra. They're still trying to figure things out. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's some really, really young talents on Serra that can make a huge impact when WCAL starts. They got a freshman stud, 2 of them. One is on the freshman team and one is on the varsity team. And if you watch their games closely, like the last 2 and this one, they're in there, or he's in there. Number 5. Keep your eye on number 5. I like him. I think he's the future. So I believe his name is Mike. No, his last name is Orr. ORR, like the Blind Side guy.
Okay.
No relation, but he's actually a QB, but he's playing cornerback, and he seems to be doing really well. I think he played a lot against Folsom and Bosco. I mean, De La Salle, but very little information about him still. But he's shown a lot of like really good signs. I like Fajelko. He's been balling the last 2 games. He might be the best player on this team, and he's a lineman. Plays both ways, making his blocks, making his tackles. He was a key blocker in Charlie Walsh's 80-yard touchdown against Folsom. Fearless individual, very humble. So after seeing the last 2 games of Serra, he's balling, dude. So definitely somebody that I noticed. I mean, they also have Gio and Kai and all that, but it's gonna be a good test. So, but I'm gonna have to be real. Gotta go to Bosco on this one. Not gonna give a score because you never know. Serra might bust out 42 points like they did against Folsom, but at the end of it all, it's a road game. Bosco's powerful. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick Bosco to win this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Bosco. But like you said, like the good thing about it is like this is like I've said it before, like this is what makes programs better. Like
Oh yeah,
this
absolutely.
has been a tough stretch. This is like I would dare any other team out here to schedule the same non-league games that Serra does. And it's like picked perfectly because they get better. Like, it's not necessarily there to make it like to quote unquote make league easier for you, but it tells them what they need to work on before league starts, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Because you need the league, you need to play somewhere in the league in order to make it to the CCS. So it's like there's a full year plan as to why they do this. So just going up against like the number one team in the country, that's a win in its own. Like, you're putting yourself in that conversation. Like, you're not backing down from it. Like, it's one of those things. Like,
Lost you there. You sound like a robot. We get your point, though, Coach Andrew. So you're picking Bosco. I know you're on the road, so it's gonna be it's a little tough. But speaking of number one, though, the number one team, I believe, in our area, NorCal, Greater Bay Area, De La Salle, they're gonna come down to Mountain View to take on the St. Francis Lancers. 2-0 versus 0-2. De La Salle just dominated their first two games. Everything is oiled up and moving and crushing. And St. Francis had a lot of trouble with McClymonds. McClymonds only had like 23 guys on the roster last week, and they managed to keep up with the Lancers. I don't know. It's gonna be at home. I think everybody's healthy for the Lancers, so this could be a close game. But if I want to be right, I'm gonna go with De La Salle because I want to get my points. But you never know. I think St. Francis might surprise them. Kevin is gonna be at this game for us. He's gonna cover the Lancers Spartans game. So I want the St. Francis Lancers to prove me wrong this time. Last week was a challenge, but this is going to be an even bigger challenge, and this will definitely prepare them for the rest of the season. And for De La Salle, man, they have a lot of really, really good athletes there, and they're just rolling. They're just rolling. So, but I'm going to pick De La Salle.
Yeah, likewise, I will be picking De La Salle. I have yet to see it's again, it's the same exact question, like same exact statement I made about Serra. You're doing the same thing here with St. Francis, and it's just going to make them better. They're up to the task, and I hope like this is the game where, above all else, regardless of whatever the outcome is, I hope they figure it out. That's the big one. Like, I hope they figure it out in this game, like what their identity is going to be for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of identity, Coach, this is your game tonight. Your Mitty Monarchs is taking on the MA Bears. 1-1 versus 0-2. I was going to initially pick MA because this is their first home game. I believe it's their first home game. But Mitty, I'm going to switch. I'm going to go with Mitty. I'm going to pick your Mitty Monarchs to win this game. And this is tonight, so I'm going to be there. I'm excited to see our projected player of the year, Lazaro Faraj Washington, and a couple other dudes. I heard their defense is pretty good. So we'll see how they do against MA. But I'm going to go with your Mitty Monarchs, Coach.
Good pick. I picked against Mitty last week. That was weird. And they won.
And they proved you wrong.
I love it. But I don't want to make that like a consistent thing because I want to, because that's weird. It's weird for me. But no, Mitty played a really good game last week. I saw some of the highlights. I was able to see some of the stuff on their social media. Like, they look really good. I think for them to knock the rust off after that first game, and then to come out in this against Wilcox and put together a pretty good game. can see them building on that and doing the same thing with MA. Like, just continue to keep building. Everyone's getting comfortable with like how they're playing and who's there. So, just keep going. I'm gonna go with Mitty on this one. I want to blow out.
Okay.
There's my challenge. I want to blow out.
Oh, I don't know if the 12th man's gonna like that comment, Coach. They're gonna be all over me tonight, especially if they win. Oh,
hey,
but
it's
I think Luca's gonna be in the house, so Luca can shield me because he's an MA guy. All right, moving on. What surprised me last week is Live Oak. They put it on. Oh my goodness, they just dominated Sobrato. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised because of the speed that this team showed us. And I mean, I don't Sobrato, are they that good? Are they good are they as good as the opponents that Mountain View faced? Because Mountain View is 1-1. They've been scoring a lot. Both of these teams have been scoring a lot of points, but I'm just not sure how battle tested Live Oak is, because Mountain View, I think they have a little bit of edge because they're going to be home. This could go either way. I picked Live Oak last week, and they freaking showed it. Like 56 points. Oh my goodness. We got Gage Jones running in like 5 touchdowns and a kick return. That's sick. I want to pick Live Oak, but I'm gonna go with the home team, and this could be like a shootout. This could be like the first game that Mountain View played. I forgot against who, but they lost by like 3 points. I think it was Burlingame. Was it Burlingame? Palo Alto, maybe.
Sure.
I'll check while you're making your comment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go. I'm honestly like, Live Oak really like, especially something that, trade with me, like, they really shut me up on that one. But, like a good team and good players, like they know like they made mistakes and they understand like where they did. They even like, some of them are even talking about like we shouldn't have allowed them to score, but you did. And so it's like, how do you tighten that up? If you want to dominate in a game, like you got to tighten up more. Like, and Mountain View seems like a team that like if you make a mistake like that and you let them like stay in the game, they'll make you pay for it. Like that's just the type of team that like, I mean, look at the league Mountain View plays in. Like it's one of those, like it's that league where it's like you can't let up. Like you have to keep, if you have them down, you have to keep them down. So if Live Oak's going to do anything in this game, like tighten up, clean up your defense, and keep the offense moving the way that it is. Gage, just keep making plays. Like you just got to tighten up the defense. That's it.
So it looks like Mountain View got shut out in the first game against Woodside, and then they had an epic showdown with Palo Alto, 46-44. They won by a field goal. So wow. Okay. Well, hey, I'm not gonna change. I want Live Oak to prove me wrong this time. Last week they made me proud, and they deserve to have a really good season because of all the work that they put in the off season. I think that's my thing this year. It's like the teams that we witnessed literally working are doing well so far. So yeah, so I'm gonna stick with Mountain View. I think Mountain View, they're gonna be ready for Live Oak. But Live Oak, they can prove me wrong. So, but those kids are good. Those kids are really good. I like what they did to Sobrato, and Sobrato hopefully will be better the rest of the season because of that loss. That's a stinger. Yeah. That's a rivalry loss.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of hard work in the offseason, these two teams definitely put in some work. One is doing really well, and one is doing well, just not showing it on record. Gunderson 2-0 at Oak Grove 0-2. I wish I could go to this game, but I'm going to be in SoCal. Talked to Coach Cordero earlier this week, and they seem to be fine. Like, this is still preseason, and they're just gonna learn and prepare for league. Gunderson, on the other hand, they had a really good game against Los Altos. Their defensive line got the GSF Weekly Defensive Lineman of the Week. Well deserved. They're operating under new head coach Jeff Leong. Yeah, he took over the program at the last minute. So congratulations to him and Coach Duff and Coach Dante Fontilla for taking care of business. The boys are rolling 2-0. I think they can beat Oak Grove, but having seen Oak Grove earlier this year, this is a big deal for them because last year they lost to Gunderson, and this year I believe they have enough in the tank to kind of. This is gonna be like a heavyweight match in a way. It's gonna be blow after blow after blow. Each team's gonna try to knock each other out. But I'm gonna go with Oak Grove because it's a home game for Oak Grove.
Right. No, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, we get to see a lot of these kids from both sides, and I got to see Gunderson, what they did in the offseason, got to see Oak Grove, what they did in the offseason. So I know these programs pretty well, I would say. It is like it's gonna be a close game. Like I think it comes down to like it's gonna come down to like who stays poised to the end. Like that's gonna be the deal breaker right there. Like who keeps it clean the whole game. But Oak Grove's been doing a lot of good things. Gunderson is got a lot of momentum right now. I'm gonna roll with momentum though. I'm gonna go with Gunderson.
Okay.
But like I said, I think it's gonna come down to whoever stays poised to the end. So it is gonna be a toss-up game, but I'll go with momentum on their side with Gunderson.
I gotta say this about Oak Grove. We were around the Gunderson kids a lot. They're very good kids, well mannered. I don't think there's any hotheads on that team. But when I saw Oak Grove against Milpitas, there's some really good kids on that team. Like the entire team is like good kids. Like they're very encouraging towards each other. And I think this year, like this is a good group that Coach Cordero's got. So I'm excited for both sides. And it's just, I mean, they have to play each other and someone's got to win. Maybe it'll be a tie. I don't know. But good luck to you guys. Make us proud and prove us wrong. That's all I got to say.
Please.
Next game, Acalanes. Ooh, the Acalanes Dons against the SI Wildcats. This is going to be at SI. Acalanes, man, they're rolling. They've scored over 70 points so far this season. They beat Mitty like 33-14, 32-12. They beat MA like by 40 points or something like that. So this is going to be an interesting matchup because SI, man, I think SI is battle tested. I'm going to go with our WCAL team here just because they won CCS last year. So they're still the champ. They're still the open champ. I think this is a bounce back game. Another bounce back. They shut out Tamalpais 49-0 last week. So after a really good battle with San Marin. So I think for SI, they have the momentum going, and so does Acalanes. But that trip to SI, playing in the fog, might be cold, might be foggy, might be rainy, might be moist. So I don't know. And that SI home side is a factor. So I'm gonna go with SI. Let's go Wildcats! Come on, Mr. Coach Lawson, Coach A-Ray.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like SI, like it seems like they figured it out, right? They're like, okay, everyone's like on the same page. Like to put together a 49-0 win, like that's not easy to do. Like that's actually really hard to do
during the day too.
Yeah, that's really hard to do. So I got to give them a lot of credit on that one. So especially after playing San Marin, where we know there's a lot of history with those coaching staffs and that school. So it's San Marin knew what SI was going to be doing. And then now
So you're
everyone's on
taking
the same
SI?
page. So yeah, of course. I
SI
can't
it
pick
is.
Acalanes. They beat Mitty, so I'm not gonna.
Menlo School 2-0, Branham 2-0. We got Mr. ESPN Andrew Ho. He's doing well, man. Sophomore QB1 is doing well along with his boys. It's gonna be at Branham, man. But Menlo, dude, they got okay. So I don't want to say this is gonna come down to coaching because even though Tommy is a new coach, he's been a really, really good coach, assistant coach. And I don't think there's any difference between being an assistant and an OC versus being a head coach and an OC because this is his offense. He's been working with these guys. On the other hand, Menlo School, their coaching staff. I mean, I think we've given them two coaching staff of the week in the past, and they're very consistent with how they just develop these kids at Menlo School. They scored a lot of points, and Branham, there's a lot of talent there too. Since it's going to be at Branham, I'm going to go with the Bruins. And I want Menlo School to prove me wrong on this one. And I want Mr. ESPN Rue to make me proud.
Okay.
I want to change it, but I'm not going to change. I'm going to stick with Branham. Let's go South
Yeah.
Bay.
Let's go South Bay. No, I like it's man. This is another like heavyweight match. Like, these are two very, very good teams. Rue, obviously, like he's playing his mind out right now. Like he's really putting that team on his back over there.
He's developing. He is developing, and in the next couple of years at Branham is going to be very. There's going to be a lot of fireworks. Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Menlo on this one.
Okay.
I mean, just because yeah, you have Rue's playing his mind out, like I said, but like with Menlo, like they seem to be firing on like all cylinders right now. Like they're very together. They're they have a lot of different people that are making plays. I don't know names, but it's just obviously like just stuff that I see. But I'm gonna challenge Branham to like rise to that one and take out Menlo School. Like Menlo's good. Menlo's a good team. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with Menlo on this one.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure how many starters are back for Menlo School, but they are very consistent with just developing players, man. Some of these kids are multi-sport athlete, and this is gonna be a show. So another game that I wish I could go to, but I know a couple of photographers that are gonna be at that game, so they're gonna give us a full scoop. So it looks like this list of games that we're reviewing, that we're predicting, is just scaling up to the showdown on Saturday at Riordan in San Francisco. Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Riordan Crusaders. Ooh, loaded. This field is gonna be loaded. I'll just put it simply. I'll just say this. I believe Riordan can be the top dog in the CCS. I think they're capable of winning the WCAL. There, I said it. After seeing what I've seen so far, I think they're capable of just putting up winning by 3 touchdowns in every single game the rest of the season. But before I fully put the crown on these guys, which I'm not going to until they beat Serra and St. Francis, Pittsburgh could expose a lot of weakness on the Riordan side of things. So this is going to be the GSF game of the week. I'm going to be back from the Bosco game, and I should be able to make it. but I got a couple people going to this game to cover it with me. So this is a big game. It deserves the stage. Riordan is my pick. I think they're gonna win by 3 touchdowns. I know Pittsburgh's not gonna like that. They're gonna say, "Hey, hold up! Just because your nephew graduated last year." Pittsburgh is really good still. I mean, they beat Bishop Monroe in Nevada, like away. They had an away game and they beat them. And I still think Pittsburgh's got the one of the. Here's the thing: Pittsburgh's defense versus Riordan's offense. This is going to be the show. So it's going to be hard hitting. I believe Mike Mitchell's got all the tools in the world to win this game. Last year, their game against Pittsburgh beat them, but I do think Riordan's got a shot this year. So I'm going to go with Riordan. And since it's going to be at home, it's in the afternoon. I don't know if it's going to be hot or cold or whatnot. Might be raining. I don't know. Unpredictable weather in San Francisco. I'm going to pick Riordan by 3 touchdowns. I can't believe I said that, dude. Pittsburgh? Oh, I can't go back now. Riordan by 3 touchdowns. Three touchdowns for Riordan against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Did I just say that?
You did.
Oh, shoot. I was about to say the SHIT word, but caught myself.
Good.
So prove me wrong, Pittsburgh. Still trying to get to know this team, but coaching wise, I just got to go with Riordan, man. I think this is the year Riordan can really go undefeated.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
It starts this Saturday. We'll see what you got. Hey, I'm giving it to you, Riordan. Come on now, make me proud.
Okay, well then I'm gonna counter it, and I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna say Pitt's gonna win by 3 touchdowns.
Okay. Hey, we're gonna have to put some Ike sandwich on this.
We should.
Or Gaines and Shreds or some loaded nachos or something. By the way,
No.
I had something that I haven't posted 2 days ago, Taco Tuesday. I had this birria tacos. I think I'm saying it right. I gotta post it. Oh my God. It's so good. Yeah, if you guys haven't gone to the South Bay to check out nachos and tacos your way, dude, you guys are missing out. This is one of the best unknown Mexican taco trucks, or it's not a restaurant yet, but it's a spot in San Jose. All the information is on our website. Just look them up, Nachos Tacos Your Way. Their food's amazing, and they are the official caterer of GSF special events. And could be Coach Andrew's event, which he's going to talk about next. But that's the prediction segment, people. How's that? We wrap that up quick. There's a couple of other games that's worth mentioning. Folsom is hosting Sacred Heart Cathedral, which I had no idea was this was on the schedule. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how good Sacred Heart Cathedral is. We can kind of gauge how good they are, how good they're going to be against Serra the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Are they opening up with Serra for league?
No. Serra's going to Valley Christian for league. And Bellarmine is playing Los Altos, I think.
Oh,
maybe.
so they should win that game.
Yeah.
At least I hope so.
I hope so too. Let me look. Los Altos, yeah, it's at Los Altos. I don't want to say easy win for Bellarmine, but they should be able to. They should be able to win this game.
Yeah.
Am I not giving Los Altos enough credit?
Maybe not. But we don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know too much about Los Altos this year
well,
either.
They're 0-2, and they've only scored 7 points. They lost to Gunderson 20-7. So
Oh,
yeah.
well then that says a lot right there.
Hey, at least they've won one more game than last year so far. And then I'm not sure who Valley's playing. Let me check real quick for you there, coach.
Patterson.
They're hosting Patterson, right?
No, I think so, right? Yeah, they're hosting Patterson.
They're hosting Patterson. So no, they're going to Patterson.
Is
Ooh.
it?
No, they're hosting Patterson. This could be they lost to Salinas. Hey, I
Yeah,
predicted that game, right?
you did.
And it was interesting because I texted Jackson afterwards, and then he posted something on social media about our prediction.
Oh, did he make fun of me?
No, it wasn't anything like bad like that. He just thanked us for talking about their game. But watch out for Salinas. I think they got something good going there. They are young, but they do have some playmakers, and this Salinas could be the team that can mess up things like a Los Gatos last year or the year before. So just saying, watch out for them purple. It could be Salinas versus Riordan in the open. Never know. Too early. So anyway, coach, anything you want to add before we wrap this up? I think.
Well, you told them about an event, so
Hit us with your event.
we
What
are
you got
hosting.
going on, Coach Andrew?
Oh, we are bringing back the weightlifting meet down here at Exios in
There you
November,
go.
and we will have the lovely GSF there, and hopefully we'll talk to some of these other vendors that we have and get them coming. It's going to be a cool thing. It's the last tune-up meet before the Virus Weightlifting Nationals. Big time meet. It's an international meet, so you have people from all over the world that will come to this meet. But it's the last tune-up meet before that meet, and then the new season starts. So we get ready for the next year. We see a lot of football players do it. I know you guys will probably still be in season, but come check it out. See what the sport's all about. Because it's also it's a good sport. Like if you are any kind of athlete, not just a football player, it is a good way to get your strength up. It's a very, very athletic sport. It requires a lot of skill that a lot of people don't really think about, like because it's just lifting. But it's something that you can find to do in your off season that actually helps you out throughout the rest of your athletic career. So come check it out if you can't compete, obviously, but come check it out. It'll be 2 days, so November 1st, November 2nd. Come check it out and watch some big people throw some big weights.
Boom. There you go. All right. That is the Make Us Proud, Prove Us Wrong segment. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.